Into this week's video, we have the MICTUNING box. They sent me this, but I am not sponsored. They wanted me to do an install in the 67 GMC truck, as you see there. What is included in this package? We'll be doing a short unboxing, but you have 8 different button selections. As you can see, this is wireless. We will be installing underglow right now. Later on, we'll be doing running lights, the daytime running lights, and the radio. We'll be hooking it up to the switch panel, and we will still have 5 more. We will get into this install. We'll do a short unboxing, but this is what is coming up. There's the box itself, the control unit. Let's get into the unboxing and we'll show you guys how we installed this. Okay, we're going to be under the hood for this one, and inside and also underneath. So here's the switch box. The mount comes with a bracket. Let's get over here. We have, of course, a bunch of stickers, labels, the manual. We did get this from MICTUNING, so thank you very much to them. Shout out. We'll drop any affiliate links or anything below so you guys can save some money. We did also get rock lights from them. We bought those ourselves. They sent this to me. So this is what it is, the P1s wireless switch panel. This company's been around for a while and they've got a good reputation. So inside the box you get tons of different stickers. You get stickers for your vehicle. They definitely load you up and every time. Inside the box we have an antenna, so this will be used. I'll run this inside so I can get the maximum distance from the switch box. Wiring cables to hook up to the battery. And then as you can see over here, this is the box. It comes with, you just run the wires right to it, to whatever accessory you want to control. I'm planning on mounting this somewhere over in here. I don't quite know yet. I think I'll mount it right here. We'll decide that in a little bit when we get back in, get into this. All the brackets you need, tools, screws, accessory wire, zip ties, fuse. So you can hardwire it right in there, right with a fuse. Screwdriver, and then the main mounting bracket for the box itself. So I think I might be able to do it on the back side of the battery, which would be ideal. Very short distance, clean install. And then this bracket right here for the switch box. I am planning on putting it, I will take it in there. I'll show you where I'm planning to mount this thing. Okay, with the build, I'm trying to do a retro modern look to it. That is the feel. As you can see, I already got a big CarABC screen on there. I got some cigarette lighters, all that stuff. On this box, I'm planning to mount it somewhere right here is my goal. There, you can see it right there. So it won't obstruct this, it won't get in the way. It'll be a very clean setup. Time to get in this install. We'll go under the hood and then we'll get into installing this box and then testing it out. Okay, here's the status. I mounted the power cable and the ground. There's 2 choices. You can run this straight to the battery or the auxiliary mode, which comes with that cable that you saw. So you can run that somewhere. I'm going to hardwire it right to the battery. There's 2 different brackets that come with this. One is like this, and then the other one, which I'm going to end up using, that I've already mounted here, is a flat bracket. My plan is to mount it somewhere over on this fender. I'm going to get into playing around, seeing where I want to mount it and all that stuff, and I will come back and show you guys what I decided. Little change of plans. What I did, instead of mounting it to the top of this bracket, I'm going to mount it the opposite way. So I can use these posts right here to install onto my fender wall. I will put it approximately like this, so it's close to the battery. It's a clean install. All the terminals are on this side and this side to run the accessory wires off of to go to the lights. Let me get into mounting this and I will show you guys what it looks like. Guys, before we get too much into this video, please hit that like button, comment what you think about this, if you would get it. It's a universal kit, so it's not only just classic vehicles, it's newer vehicles, all that. And also support them, they support me, support the channel, so helps me out, helps me build and get more products to do an install and a review for you guys. Back into it, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. And we're almost done. We're on the stretch right now. Current status, I got this all mounted up as you saw. I hooked up the auxiliary wire, so I'm gonna run that up front. And then also this antenna right here. Not sure where I'm gonna mount it yet. I might mount it up in my grill just to make it easier, so I don't have to run wires inside the cab and all that stuff. But the power wire is ready to be hooked up. Ground wire is ready to be hooked up. I'm going to do that last. We will get to the inside and we're going to install the switch panel. I put 3M adhesion tape to it. You can screw it to your dash, but I want to keep the dash as pristine as possible. They also do have a swivel bracket, as you can see here. It's great for dash on top of dash installs if I had a lot of room, but I kind of want to keep my dash pretty clean in this build. Let's get into it. We're going to hook this up inside, and then we got to run all this and decide where we want to go with it. Like I showed you before, this is where I plan to mount it so it doesn't obstruct anything. It kind of looks factory-ish. And then I'm going to run the USB wire all the way over here to my USB plug and hook it up. I will hide it behind the dash. I'm going to get into this install, take off the 3M double-sided tape, and see how it looks. Well, she looks good, guys. What do you guys think? Comment below. Looks kind of factory. And then all you have to do is just slide this out to take it out. That is a charging port for it, so this does have battery life, 2 hours charge time. I think 10 hours. I'll drop on the screen what the charge time is. The USB-C is just is just for charging. So I have this auxiliary port I put up here. I'll have it hooked up, and then when I'm not charging it, I can have it tucked back here. But pretty clean install, just ran it under the dash. As you can see, no wires. I'll fix this up with some loom or something to make that a little bit better. Now on to the antenna and the auxiliary. Back at it, I decided where I wanted to run. So I got the antenna wire right there, and I wrapped the extra wire down there for now. I'll clean it up a little bit later. Ran it through here, my headlight housing behind there, and as you can see right here, this is where I'm going to mount the antenna for now. I'm going to try it out, see what I think, and I can always move it later, but I think because of this open area, I think it's going to do really well. Next up is the auxiliary. So as you can see, we following it around. I have the wire here. I extended the wire. I went all the way on the back firewall up top. And then right there, there's a plug, so I just dropped it in there, curved it around. Let's get into the inside. Because I have an older truck, this will be a very clean, easy install. Wire's coming up through here. It's this wire right here, the one I'm moving. I'm going to tap it into this one right here. It's a radio auxiliary. So I'm just going to put a splitter in there, split it in, and we'll be good to go. Then it's on to hooking up some lights and doing some testing. It does come with this, so if you have a newer vehicle, this would work great for a fuse fuse line. These are very easy. You pull your factory fuse out, put this in, and then hook this up right to the wire. I had to extend the wire, and unfortunately I don't have this type of fusing inside my truck. Let me finish this install, get this buttoned up, and it's time to get some lights on. Here's the status. I have the box. I put radio on there because I'll later on put radio on there. DRL, we get driving lights for the new headlights coming. I blacked these out, and then I have underglow for the rock lights. So I'm gonna take this here. We're gonna go test it, see how far we can go. We're gonna do the range test. Does this wireless remote go 327 feet? Well, we got the app here. I have it hooked up. It's right there connected. Let's go for a walk and let's see if this works. All right, guys, as you can see, the truck is way down there. I'm about 250 feet, but it's on and working. I did mount the antenna in a weird location, so I would recommend the antenna on the dash. I have mine under the hood, so it is reducing and it's getting some interference. There we go, guys. Boom. So I have mine right there. I would mount it probably up here or somewhere in the windshield. You have less metal interference, but it does work. It goes a long distance. That's it for this review. Check out MICTUNING. Use all the links below. It's an affiliate link. It helps us out. We're on to the rock light install, and then you'll probably see the daytime ring light install. But you're saving good money right now in the MICTUNING switch pack. If this one isn't for you, they have a different one. Comes with a little keychain remote also. Check out the options, get some discounts. Check out video on the left and right. Hope you're liking the build series. We have a lot of content coming up. We'll see you next time. We got more customization to do.